ready, Jerry?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother. Show me the money.
Oh, you didn't know?
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
You put my shoes on, you wouldn't last a mile.
Summertime, wintertime, I'm on the grind. Yeah, I got the ring, I'm the champ, I'm the genie of the lamp.
This is the gift I was given, so I just live by my hustle.
If I can't do it, homie, it can't be done.
VIP me put in my pocket, it don't make sense, but don't make a profit. It's all a hustle, ladies and homies. Make money, money.
It's hard out here for a pill. When you tryna get this money for the real.
I want to find a thing to save my life, so I hustle.
It ain't over for me, no, it ain't over for me.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Show me the money!
Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
What up? What up? It is Alex, the Fantasy Football Hustler, back at you. We got another episode of Elevated Sports Talk. We are talking about some of the top players from Week 9. We're going to mention some injuries as well. So if you're watching this on replay or if you're watching it live, hit that like button. If you're brand new, hit that subscribe button. Let's get down to biz. And Luis in the house. He says, this show today or am I tripping? It's going right now. Going right now. Mondo in the house. What's that? Captain Spock said, Rastaman vibes. You already know. Toyota One, what up? What up? Let's smoke it up. Stranger in the house. Shout out to the Houday Nation. Captain Spock, salute, bro. I need Otten to get fewer than 15.5 points tonight to go 7-0 this week. Woo! And hell yeah, perfect music for the Wakey Bakey. You damn right. Revolution. Jeff said, what up, Hustler? Got offered Brian Thomas Jr. from my D-Hop. Should I take it instantly or see how D-Hop does tonight first? Thanks. Man, I love the... I really love the potential of Brian Thomas Jr., but dude, the Jaguars are just so butt cheeks, man. Like they suck so bad. I know we're going to get like little spurts of like the teams that they're going against getting tired and not caring because they're up. And I know that like, I mean, it wasn't like that crazy of a, like, what was the difference in the actual score? Like only 5 points, but at any point, did it look like the Jaguars were even like in this game? Like it really didn't to me. They're just so trash. They really are. And Frazil said down 2 points. I got Otten and the Chiefs D versus Mahomes and Rashad White. Wonder if the Bucs defense would be better. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think the Chiefs are going to be better on defense for you tonight. And but because you have Mahomes, nah, don't worry about that. Or because you're going against Mahomes. MT said, "What's good, G? What are you smoking on today?" And he said, "I mean, if we do a quick review of the strain for us 420 smokers, for sure, I'll do it right now because I got some new stuff." And Luis says, "Go, just subscribe last week." Yes, sir. Most morning, it's usually, well, I mean, it's West Coast, so it's morning for me, but I know like damn near afternoon, for East Coasters. But usually around this time is when I'm going live on Tuesday and Wednesday, a little bit later because I do my waiver wire video and I do my starts and sits on Tuesday and Wednesday, and I try to do that before I go live. So from Jasper is what we're smoking right now, and it's some apple fritter. Okay, looks like it was harvested in September. And looks like the final testing date was middle of October. 29.6% THC. I always look at some of the terps. Like I like the terps, and I try to get some that might be a little bit higher in terps, at least one or two. And this one, I don't know how to pronounce it, but the carapholine, 5.9 milligrams per gram on the terps. And then limonene, I know that's probably like one of the ones that everyone's on the search for, and that's 5 milligrams per gram. And let's smoke it up. Smoking out of my Jerome Baker bong. If anybody wants to smoke out of the same type of bong that I'm smoking out of, you can do that because Jerome Baker, they are one of the sponsors of the show. And you just use this link. It's jeromebaker.com. And the discount is fantasy. So if you use this link, it automatically puts in the discount. But if you just go to the website, you can do the promo code fantasy, get you 10% off. No, not outdoors. It's definitely some indoor, because we're in Vegas. Like, it's like impossible to have most of this is grown in southern Nevada, and because you still can't cross state lines or anything. Like, I hope that changes one day, where the weed can actually cross state lines, so then we can get California grown stuff in the Nevada dispensaries. But no, they just that's just their logo. They just say it's all about the journey. And I always go for the ounces that are like the smalls, because it's just usually a better deal, like $100 ounce stuff and plus 30% tax. So ridiculous, though. And AT said, what should I replace Prescott with? Stafford, Rodgers. I mean, Rodgers looks like the better candidate, right? But who they play next week? Yeah. They got the Cardinals next week. I'd do that. Cowboys got the Eagles. That's going to be a tough matchup. And Louise, 18 willing, got to deliver a load. Fantasy content on the road. And my Pennifer Lopez in the hand. Perfect. Nice. My brother's a trucker, too. He's always driving, fucking around. And tried one Flacco over to a dud. Not playing JSN. Hurt a bit. Puka kicked out. AJ Brown going down. Oh man, he said week 8 was better than week 9. Regroup in week 10. Dude, it's like why can't we have anything nice? Like, why? We're good people, right? Like, I mean, why can't we have anything nice? Like, anytime we get just a little inkling of some good stuff happening, then we get guys like Puka going down, getting ejected. We got AJ Brown going down. Like, man. And Jeff said, so you're saying you would do the trade or no? Oh, what was the trade? No. I think I would just hold. Sorry, I guess I didn't make that clear. Empty any dabs on the menu today. I'm out here in AZ Desert Life. Let's go. Nice. So I do got some dabs. I'm going down this Friday to LA. Gonna go get some content, hang out with the Wafers and the Drip crew, and they should be hooking me up with some nice flavors to bring back. So we got a fun Friday planned. And Captain Spock, I got the Varney runs from Three Bros in Santa Cruz. I've heard you mention Three Bros a few times. Is that one of your go-to brands? Michael said, Buka, damn you, dude. That was some bullshit, man. And a lot. Midget Murray lost me the week. Yeah, I mean, it's tough because, like, yeah, I mean, Olave getting, like, I mean, did he even get any points? Like, I don't even remember if he did get, like, any points, but it's unfortunate, dude, because, like, he pretty much died on the field for us. And, yeah, like, they're not going to let him stay out there and play. And well, so what did I say? I knew Puka would let down. I was like, no, I didn't hear you say that, bro. You weren't saying to not start him. I don't remember you saying that. Get out of here. And it wasn't even because of injury. Like, it was because he got ejected. And MT, is it better than Khalifa Kush? Well, the thing is like the only Khalifa Kush that I've had, the only version of it was here in Vegas. And, it was okay. I felt like it was a little overpriced because it was something that was just like sitting there for a long ass time because it's just, a celebrity's brand, even though Wiz Khalifa is a huge smoker, Emil in the house. What up? Man, Emil, you've been off the map. Where you been at, bro? And for those, you see the Raiders cleaning house? No. I see the Saints cleaning house. The Saints fired their coach. Play calling's been horrible for them. Let's see. Oh shit, AJ Brown left Sunday's game with a knee injury, avoided anything serious, and is expected to be fine. Let's see. Oh, Raiders they fired their OC. Yeah, it kind of sucks, man, because like I wonder how much like Antonio Pierce is like I wonder how good Antonio Pierce is as a leader of men and coaches, you know. JPZ in the house. What up? What up? And Frizzle, was there anybody else besides the OC that got the old heave ho? Mondo said, man, season's been a tough one. He said tough in one league. He said Chris Godwin, Olave, CD banged up. Yeah, man. It's why we got to get a bunch. That's why we got to get a bunch. And Jason said I was up 169 to 135. They have JSN. I'm up 0.3 now. He has Kareem Hunt. I have Rashad White. Man, Godspeed. Godspeed. Kevin Spot. Oh, Three Bros is the dispensary. That's what it is. Okay, they got a grow room and a showroom. Nice, nice. So that's what it was. It's the Three Bros is the actual dispo. Nice. Well, said yes, I was. I don't remember you saying that. He said he didn't even. I said 2 to 25. Like 2 points to 25 points. If he got 20, like you got it. If you're saying he's going to get between 2 and 25 points, like 25 points is good. 20 points is good. 15 points is even good. So I'm curious about what you meant by that. I don't remember you saying that, though. Maybe it was to Schmitty that you said that. PJ said, now if you're real, the best players in week 10, that's something worth tipping for. Jeff said down 24, got the Chiefs D and kicker plus Otten, hopefully get the dub. I mean, I like your chances. You know, thoughts on DJ Moore rest of the season? I mean, he's got a great schedule, but he's got a garbage quarterback, so only can like him so much. Edwin, what up, bro? Happy Monday. Hopefully you got some dubs, or you're leaning on it. Oh, 2 receptions for 25. Man, I don't even know how you can make a claim like that about Puka. I figured Punche would have banged his Puka would have banged his knee or something, not his fist on the helmet. And no, 2 catches for 25 yards. Nope, nope on your stream. Yeah, I don't remember that. But yeah, 2 catches for 25. Yeah, I go like if you remember saying that, go show me the clip on where I read that out. I'm blocked on Smitty's stream. That's hilarious. I'm cold. I got Worthy. He's got Hunt. I'm up 15. What do you think? I mean, being up 15, you're in a nice position right now. That's for sure. All right, let's see. Let's start with the QBs here. Burrow, 40 points. Yeah, 5 touchdowns. Hurts, man, second QB on the day with 34 points. I was super surprised that Geno Smith ended the day with 30 points. Josh Allen, even in a bad matchup, ends up finishing with 3 total touchdowns, 29 points. Lamar Jackson finishes with his 29 points. Danny Pesos ran in that touchdown, didn't even have 200 yards total. And at least passing anyways, and finishes with 27 points. What up, Daniel Berry? Aaron Rodgers, 26. Darnold, 26. Daniels, 24. Herbert, 23. Stafford, 22. Cousins, 22. T-Law, 22. He only had 169 yards, but
69, dudes!
But he ran 2 touchdowns in. Tua got 22 points. Let's see. Who are the guys who really stuck it to us this week? Yeah. Gardner Minshew. I don't think anybody was banking on him. But you know who really stuck it to us? Flacco. Flacco got owned by the Vikings. Kyler Murray owned. Dude, how'd Desmond Ridder score more points than Kyler Murray and Joe Flacco? That is beyond me. Jordan Love, 9 points. Caleb, 9 points. CJ Stroud, 11 points. Goff, 12 points. That's ugly, man. That's so ugly. What up, Devo? He said JSN stepped up. JSN killed it, bro. Killed it. MT Cedric Tilden. Killed it for me. He's going off. Hell yeah, man. Gonna get a lot of one of the what was I gonna say? One of the better waiver wire pickups. Kruner says Smitty's one of the best fantasy football streamers behind Flock. Don't hate. Hey, I want Crooners. I want you to tell me how often Smitty answers your questions or will even interact with you. And I want you to tell me how often Flock will actually pull up a question of yours and read it live like I just did right now. Please tell me how many. Because if you're going to come here and say that they're the best streamers out here, tell me why. Tell me why. Because I bet they don't even interact with you unless you throw them money. And if you're throwing them money to interact with you, why aren't you throwing me money to interact with you? Because I know people are like that. They'll come here to get like the free answers, and then they'll go over there and pay them money because they're special, right? And Trevor said Flacco sucking. That means Downs and Pittman sucked also. Yep. What up, Kelly? Frizzo said, I feel like it was Carr's fault. Olave went down with the horrible pass there. I mean, play call, like probably more than anything. I mean, you have him going over the middle of the middle of the field like that. And it's almost like no matter what, like wherever he threw that, like he needed to let him get farther in his route. He threw it to him like, yeah, it was bad. It was bad play call, man. Like they have not had good play calling since like the first 2 games of the season. And I know that they've got a bunch of people who like went down and totally different types of schemes because a handful of the guys who were going down. But yeah, it sucked, man. Like, I mean, some of this is Carr's fault, but I feel like play calling's it's been horrible for a while. It really has, man. Frizzo, with the Saints have better play calling now. I don't know how it could get worse, but I can't even say yes or no to that. I really can't say yes or no to that because I don't even know who's going to be calling the plays for him. Jeff said Hustler's #1, hands down. You the mess. Plus, he has the best sound bites.
I know all this, okay, but I do like hearing it, so go on.
Conquer them said Smitty gets in his feelings and and Flocks are crab in the barrel skit. So funny, dude. Oh man, and see, I wonder if Crooners got all offended, but I'm waiting to hear if those guys ever read a comment of his without paying $5 or $10. And but yeah, come on, Crooners. Tell us, bro. Tell us. If you say yes, I'll believe you. I just don't believe that you're going to be able to say that. I think that's why you haven't responded yet. Kevin Spock, I remember Schmitty spending all summer telling people that CEH would be the next big thing. I mean, like that's, when it comes to actual advice, I don't know how anybody could say that Schmitty has been good over the years because he really pounds the drum for he's kind of like the opposite of the counselor, where the counselor makes like the outlandish statements that like this best guy is going to kill you. It's like Schmitty makes these kind of bold statements on, just a lot of different players in general. And it's funny because Will even brought it up where Derek, he goes over there. Derek always talks about Schmitty and how much he loves him. And Schmitty was talking shit about Derek about Malik Neighbors, right? And then all of a sudden now, Schmitty's like, we've been telling you about Malik Neighbors for like the whole offseason. So it's funny that anybody takes Schmitty seriously. Like even like when he came on and did the interview with me, he was acting one way. And he was like before the show, I was like, I got like 25, like maybe 30 minutes, bro. And I was like, okay, that's cool. That's how long I'm going to probably, be on anyways. Okay, but I got to really stick to like the 30 minutes. And then like we start talking and then he finds out I have like 30,000 people in a Facebook group and then like totally changes. Like, oh, maybe we should do a show together, bro. Like, I'm good, bro. Because, yeah, even Smitty, someone, it was during COVID and he came on the show and he didn't have to, but he was even acting like a weird ass, like before he gets on. And then all of a sudden he finds out that I'm bigger than what he thought coming in. And yeah, then he totally changes his tune. Smitty's one of those guys, and I wouldn't even do a show with him because I could tell, man, I'm a good judge of character, very good judge of character. And Toyota One said, "This year, how many headstones of the dead wide receivers, bro? It sucks, man. It's like a Simpson Treehouse, a horror episode." And franchise, you think D-Hop gets more than 10.5 points tonight? I don't know. I bet it's probably somewhere around there. Quincy says started Flacco last night, needed 10 points and lost. I dropped that bum. Now I'm starting Drake May every week. Man, Drake May keeps getting those 20 and 30-yard rushes every game. Like it's going to be very easy for him to keep his floor high. That's for sure. Says Schmitty reminds me of Adam Rank. Just do the opposite of whatever he says. Yeah, except Adam Rank's actually cool and entertaining. Schmitty, I don't know. I feel like people like follow him just so they, I don't know, can have like a father figure like talking down to them. Like is that like, I don't know. Like I feel like a lot of people like literally pay him to like shit on whatever they say. Brazil, and I'm still waiting for crooners, man. Come on, crooners, tell me. Brazil said, I hope Otten has 20 plus game tonight. Mahomes bust tonight. I don't want to become 3-6. I want to actually make the playoffs for our first time doing fantasy. I mean, 3-6 doesn't mean you're fully out. It doesn't. It would be getting close, but it doesn't mean you're fully out. Johnny in the house. What up, Johnny? Jeff said Pittman let me down big time, dude. I mean, Colts let everybody down. Colts are trash. They really are. PJ, if you watched the game last night, I kept thinking if A. Rich was there, he'd be running around. They would have won. I mean, maybe, but yeah, I mean, he can't protect himself. When there's zero threat of a run from a Joe Flacco, the team, like, you could just go against it, right? Like, I mean, it's different if Joe Flacco's named the starter on Sunday or Saturday night when there's like a week full of practice already where they're practicing for Anthony Richardson to be the starter. Really the worst thing that the Colts did was tip their hand and say that it's going to be Flacco. Made it very, very easy for them to understand that they're not going to have a QB spy. Not going to have anything focused on Joe Flacco. And Tomas, buenos dias, Hus. What up, homie? Shout out to Panama. And Boston Rebels, happy Monday. I need the Chiefs defense to maintain a 2-point lead against the Bucks defense, and I win. Well, there we go. Let's get it. PJ, exactly. Rich would have made something happen. A lot of those plays where Flacco did nothing. Yeah, but the defense the defense wouldn't be defending them the exact same way. That's like another thing to think about. Like, the Joe Flacco and Anthony Richardson, I mean, they might as well be polar opposites of like what they actually do. So yeah, if it was Anthony Richardson, they would have had a QB spy like in there. They would have been rushing them, just as crazy as they already were, maybe even more. Because Joe Flacco, he's known to throw a big greasy ass pick. And Tomas said, good call on bench and Waddle for Rico. There you go. I like it. Yeah, Rico killed it, man. Rico killed it this week. And Mark said, I have Darnold and Stafford, but someone dropped Brock Purdy. Pick him up and drop one of the other two. I probably would. I mean, if CMC is really coming back, that's going to be a lot of passing lanes are going to be opening up for Purdy. Yep, Tomas, the O-line coach is also out for the Raiders. I mean, their O-line has been trash, but I'm sure there's a lot of other issues with the Raiders besides O-line and OC. Toyota One say, come on, my guy, get the fuck out of here, and then yells at you, says you're an idiot. I said, I'm good on that. I don't dig another dude talking shit to you just to get these watchers still watch him, idiots. Yeah, and like, I don't understand that, and I've said it before and I'll say it again. It's kind of this cut culture that that we have going on where it's like, I don't know. I really don't know, but literally just that. Like the guys who watch Smitty are just like straight cucks who want to be like talk shit to by him. Like I don't really understand that. And then when he's wrong, like that's the thing. Like he talks shit to you, and then he's wrong. Boston Rebels worried about Brian Robinson losing his job. Why would he lose his job? He was hurt. And it's not like Austin Eckler. I mean, you know, it's not like Austin Eckler isn't like it's not like he's not good, but he's also not amazing. I mean, look, 17 points, 42 yards rushing, 41 yards receiving on three receptions. That's not a stat line that's stealing someone's job. It's really not. Captain Spock Darnold has higher value than Purdy with Hawkback. Yeah, I mean, we got to see it. I don't. It's probably a little bit about. It's probably a little bit more about the schedule than anything. Like, let me see where the Vikings show up on here. Yeah, Vikings don't actually have a tough schedule. I mean, they play Green Bay in week 17. Obviously, not the best there. They play Chicago in week 12 and 15. And then they play Tennessee in week 11. But then besides that, they have a lot of good games. They have 5 good games. Frizzell said I almost picked the Colts defense, but I dropped them and kept the Chiefs defense as my starter. Damn it. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a good matchup. Like it's really not. Like you can't be mad that you don't pick up someone in a bad matchup, you know, and they go off because like that's gonna make you like pick up bad teams in bad matchups, hoping that you get lucky. And you know, more often than not, it's just not gonna work. So even the sun shines on a dog's ass, you know, once in a while. And that's just what you got to remember. Don't be upset about that because the Chiefs can still do good. The Chiefs can still do good. And PJ said always interesting to see what team got cut in the Gilly. This guy got screwed with Olave, Pittman, and Kyler. Looks like Bijan, Devonta, and Swift are headed into the pool. Had Olave, Pittman, and Puka also. Fuck, man. Yeah, that's horrible. I guess I would rather have it that way than the other way around, where maybe it's like it comes down to the wire. But like you have that much shit going on, you just know it's just your destiny. It was your destiny to lose this week. It really was. Well, for him, anyways. And Frizzo, QB coach. Oh, QB. Damn. So, like, everybody on offense is, like, gone. So, we have the OC for the Raiders gone, the O-line coach for the Raiders gone, and now the QB coach for the Raiders gone. So, they're just completely going to revamp everything on offense. Craig, what up, bro? He said, nice call on Mooney over DJ Moore. Yes, sir. Mooney killed it, man. I love that Mooney keeps making me look good week after week because he's been one of the best flexes that are out there. And even though DJ Moore had a really good matchup this week, Mooney had a really good game this week. A really good matchup this week, too. I'm glad that he went out there and proved me right once again. PJ said, and hopefully Jacoby. Yeah, get rid of him. Get him to somewhere that could use his skills, you know. He's doing all right over there being the only guy, but it still kind of sucks because we don't want to start him at all. Boston Rebels guy offered me Brian Robinson for a Dunze and Dowdle. What? Oh, man. Dowdle's been handling biz. All right. Running backs. Saquon Barkley. Whoo! 32 points. Killing it. A-Chain, 32 points as well. Killing it. Kamara, 28 points. Dude. 6 receptions for 60 yards, 155 on the ground. Chase Brown killed it. Man, 120 on the ground and 37 through the air in a tug. But PJ said that jump move, though. Like, how did he do that? Does the spin and fucking whoop, just like jumps up and backwards right over that dude. Derrick Henry, 25 points, killing it. J.K. Dobbins, 25 points. He got those 2 touchdowns. That really, that was awesome for him. Ramondre, 22 points. Got that touchdown at the last second. Pretty awesome. Dowdle, 22 points. Bijan, 22 points. Finally. Chuba, 21. Those are all the peeps over 20. Handful of guys over 20. Now let's see some of these guys who killed us here. Let's see. A lot of no-namers at the bottom. That's what I like to see. Alexander Madison. I know there's people out there who still start him for whatever reason. 4 points. Let's remember to not start him moving forward. Nick Chubb, 5 points. Thankfully, they got the bye this week. They got to get their shit together. They really do. They got New Orleans, amazing matchup right out of the bye. Then you got Pittsburgh, decent bye. And then you got Denver, decent. Then you got Pittsburgh again, decent. So, I mean, at least the next 4 games he has are going to be like somewhat solid, you know, for him. You got KC in week 15. That's really bad. But then you got Cincinnati and Miami week 16 and 17. I mean, if you're able to make it to week 16 and 17 with him, he's got some good matchups. Kamara destroyed. Hell yeah. Johnny said Henry and Barkley are old. They're past their prime. I appreciate everyone letting them slide to me in redrafts. Right. I still can't believe that like so many people hated Saquon on the Giants and then thought that going to the Eagles with one of the better running teams and better lines in the league, who actually had DeAndre Swift looking decent for a year. I'm still trying to like process the logic of how you hate on Saquon with like literally everything getting better about his situation. And the same thing with Derrick Henry. Like, dude, literally, like the last couple years, the Ravens have been like the top run game, or at least one of those top run games, like in the league. And like now he goes over there and like you think he's got like, I don't know. Like, I don't understand the logic. Luis Sapone has no more players. I'm down 13 with D-Hop left. Let's take a hit. Vibes for D-Hop tonight. Hope you get it, bro. Let's get it. MT, I traded Madison for an early second round. Good shit. Good shit. Selling very high on Madison. Nice. And PJ said I really bought into the Hurts would take Barkley's TD equity. I mean, it's not like he's not. Because, I mean, shit, what's Hurts have just in the last 2 weeks? Like 5 rushing touchdowns. But it's hard to deny Barkley, man, when he can just go out there and go for 150, like without even trying. So, I mean, people who said that it would eat into Barkley's touchdowns, I mean, that wasn't wrong because he definitely is eating into touchdowns. He should have a lot more, but they did the tush pushes instead. And IP said, man, I lost in one of the worst ways possible. Dropped 165 with A-Chain and lost to a scrub team that dropped 165 with Chuba and Tillman. Ouch, dude. Ouch. Hopefully this makes you laugh. Yeah. Ouch, man. Ouch. In my league, I'm up 11-15 with D-Hop left. My opponent has Mahomes left. You think I get the win? Probably. I think so. Yeah, 4-point passing TD. Yeah, you probably do. As long as D-Hop isn't completely avoided out there, I think you get that dub. MT, would you rather have a mid-25 first-round pick or 2 mid-25 second-round picks? The first round, by far. By far. And PJ, by the way, my guy Kamara is in that same slippage category for sure. Yeah, I mean, I was one of the people who was kind of avoiding Kamara, definitely. And you got Kamara way later than we got Henry or Saquon. So yeah, that was a good call on Kamara. He definitely slipped, and he's paying dividends. That's for sure. Janice, I'm glad these guys are stomping on the RBs dead at 27 theory. Yeah, I just. Is it me or is the dynasty community gotten so big amongst like like, okay, trying to figure out the way to word this, but it's like, okay, the casual folk, who play fantasy football, they only play in 1 or 2, maybe 3 leagues. They play in redraft only. It's pretty much all single QB, and a lot of those guys we don't really hang around because, like, maybe maybe some of those guys are in our home leagues or whatever, which I don't even have any home leagues anymore. My home leagues are the ones, all the 420 crew, leagues. Those are my home leagues now. But I feel like I don't hang around with a bunch of those people, and a bunch of those people aren't the ones who make noise on social media. What's up, Chris Bay? I feel like it's a lot of like the guys who we hang around, like all you savages who are probably in the chat right now. Even though you guys play redraft, I'm sure you're like me, where we play in a lot of dynasty leagues. And I really feel like it's the dynasty mentality that kind of carries over to redraft. And I feel like that helps. Feel like it helps me with dynasty because there's so many people who want to get cute on, like, Brian Thomas Jr. is the top 8 wide receiver in fantasy football, for dynasty, or Marvin Harrison Jr. is the number 2 overall. It's like fantasy wide receiver for all dynasty leagues and all that. I feel like there's so much of that like it really helps us, just like, I don't know, not feeding into that. I prefer dynasty more than redraft now. Me too. IP now I'm 4-5 with Burrow, A-Chain, Breeze, Terry, Neighbors, Brian Thomas Jr., Jacobs, Dobbins, Nico. He says, just keep going, man. Keep it going. Second in points. Yeah. So horrible schedule then, I'm assuming. Elias started Brian Thomas Jr. over JSN. Cost me the matchup. Ouch, bro. Ouch. Yeah, Brian Thomas Jr. shouldn't have even played. I don't even know why they had him out there. Crispy Marvin Harrison Jr. is a bum. He just needs time to learn. Like, I don't even want to hit the bum drop for him. Because I guess I don't know what people expect. Like, when you put these impossible fucking expectations on people. I'm not saying you did, Crispy, but I'm just saying, like, there's so many people who put these impossible expectations on these fucking rookies, man. Like, look at Caleb, for example. Motherfuckers are really saying that he's going to go for 4,000 yards and he's going to throw like 30 touchdowns. And he's going to, like, in his very first year with this team that was just straight garbage last year, with Keenan Allen as an addition who's broke, and Rome Odunze and Swift. I guess that, they had a little overhaul, but it's like, I don't know why, like, anybody thought that Caleb was going to be a 4,000 yard passer as a rookie and, like, put expectations like that on the kid. And now, if he throws for 3,200 or 3,300, it's going to be a fucking, it's going to be a total waste of a season for him. Like, that it sucks, man. And so I have to be the guy to be on the exact opposite end of that spectrum to save me and you guys from that kind of hype. And first I want to get rid of Midget Murray, but the schedule after his bye week looks juicy. Yeah, he has a handful of games that are, like, pretty good. So yeah, I wouldn't just, like, drop him, And John says started Dubs over JSN, ended up losing. That's rough, dude. That is rough. Nobody thought that JSN was going to do this. Like, that's for sure. And I don't think anybody thought, I don't know if anybody thought that Love was just going to completely shit the bed, like, either, and that Detroit was just going to completely shit all over him, MT Objective View, who got you, I'm not even going to get into the politics and stuff. I mean, I take the George Carlin stance on a bunch of things. If you know George Carlin and the kind of things that he would talk about, I mean, there's nothing more true than kind of shit that he says. And weather was a factor. In which game, John? Which game was the weather a factor? The Green Bay. That, I mean, I guess that was kind of the only game where weather was a factor, right? And Mike said, don't forget to hit that like button. Let's get it. Appreciate you guys hitting that like button. Flacco's a bum. Yes. Philbert, salute. What up? AJ Brown and DJ Moore. Yeah, dude. Fucking sucks, bro. Jason said my season's cooked. It's tough, man. Shit sucks. Also, Kyran, ouch. Ouch. And PJ said Saints outgained the Panthers by 150 yards, ran for 150 yards, and won the turnover battle. And it said teams were 275-0 doing that for yesterday. Fuck. Like, what a way to lose. Like, what a way to lose. That's some Charger shit right there. That's some Charger shit right there. There you go. John said, wiping my feet on the way in. Wiping your feet on the way in means hitting that like button. We appreciate you. Elias said was definitely one of the guys that I thought Caleb would be elite right out of college. I mean, it's just, I guess what's crazy too is like Chicago, like, has some of the worst weather games, like in like November and December. And like the wind, you know, like they don't call it the Windy City because they were running out of nicknames, you know, and like, that's just like going to be a factor where there's going to be games where he's not even going to be able to throw 150, 200 yards in there just because of the wind just being so insane. Oh man, Jason JSN in my opponent's lineup. Chris, we said Carlin was a genius. Hell yeah, dude. And so many specials, man. He had so many specials. MT, what happened to Josh Jacobs? He didn't play much at all in the fourth quarter, starting the game. After starting the game really strong. I don't know. I don't think I even heard anything about him happening. Frizzo, you think Murray will who you think will do better? Drake May versus the Bears, Murray versus the Jets. Well, both of these are horrible matchups, but I'm going to play Murray versus the Jets. I don't want to play any QB versus the Bears, and I've been pretty consistent about saying that. And pretty much every time that I've said that, I've been right about it because the Bears have been shutting down quarterbacks left and right. And JJ, I lost this week due to Cardinals and the Cardinals alone. Oh, man. Like Connor and Kyler and Marvin Harrison Jr., like those three specifically, or what? Chef Ram put up 122 even with Puka ejected and London hip injury, and McLaurin had a wild stat line, by the way. Yeah, McLaurin killed it, dude. Scary Terry. Johnson picked up Cousins weeks ago when I dropped Richardson for him. Can I roll with him rest of the season? I mean, I know it wasn't the best game for him yesterday, but I mean, you know, we saw worse out of people, that's for sure. Because at least what did he get? He still broke 20 points, right? So Falcons got week 10's a good matchup. Week 14's a good matchup. Week 15's a good matchup. But those are the only ones where I'd say smash for Cousins. So this is the time of the season where you need to be having 2 or 3 quarterbacks because you need to be playing the best matchups that you could play down the stretch. So like, yeah, week 11 when he goes up against Denver, I mean, could he be like Lamar? Maybe, but I don't know if I want to test it. And Jay said, please tell me you think Mahomes and Hunter are going to explode tonight. Well, I mean, if weather's really an issue with like the rain or whatever, I mean, that just means more for Hunt. But I do think that we're going to have a high-powered Monday night game. Elias said, who do I drop to activate Brooks, Algier, Warren, Adunze, Purcell? Probably drop Ricky. So you think any shocking big trade happened today or tomorrow before the deadline or not really? I don't know if we're going to get a shocking big trade. We may get some little blah, trades. I mean, that could totally happen, but I don't see any big time trades happening. Cause like, I don't know, the moves that we've already had happen, like Devontae Adams, I feel like that would is going to still be the biggest one of the entire season. Cooper and fucking Deontay Johnson. I mean, blah. I don't know. Like, unless we see like a Max Crosby traded or something like that, or like, I guess someone who's even just anywhere somewhat elite. And we rarely see running backs get traded as well, so I don't think we see a running back trade. Yo, King D. Shout out to the LBC. What up, homie? Big Band, I'm up a few with Kelsey. with Kelsey and Still and against Worthy. Nice. Yeah, if you're up and you got Kelsey and they got Worthy, loving your chances. Chef, I need Hunt under 24 in half PPR to secure his victory. Dude, 24 is so many points. I think you got that. And in half PPR, I mean, he would need 2 to 3 touchdowns and a shitload of yards. I don't know. In half I mean, you know, if it's full PPR, maybe that's a way easier to get there. PJ said, I wonder if Kamara's on the block. Nah, they just re-extended him, remember? Yeah. So no. Like, they might be cleaning house over there, but Kamara's one of the guys they want to rock for a few years. At least 2. Because what they think this locks him in. I think that locked him in for like 3 or 4 more years. But, you know, based on the money, it's like the next 2 years would be like, I don't think they'd do anything to him for the next 2 years. Yeah, I mean, so who else? Man, see, where's Toker 1J at? Who else did they clean house with besides the head coach? MT, thoughts on a quick dab for the one time, my friend? You know, we might be able to do that. I'd love to see a super chat come in here to motivate me a little bit more. And Johnny said RB trade is what everyone's hoping for. ETN to Dallas. Come on, Jerry. Man, especially someone like that. Like, if you're gonna make a trade for an RB, like, wouldn't you want to make a trade for someone who's still on their rookie deal and kind of on the end of their rookie deal? And but yeah, like, but what did the Jags actually want? I mean, they got, like, see, that's what's tough is, like, they drafted him with a 2nd round draft pick. I feel like he almost paid that off, but, you know, the Jags have been so bad. It's like, you know, like, maybe he hasn't paid that off in their mind. And Jay said, I need Hunt to get 30 in full PPR. See, full PPR is a little bit different. You get 10 receptions. I mean, that's 10 points, you know, just right there. So way different than, you know, half point PPR where shit, you need 20 fucking catches to get to 10 points. Then you mix in all the yards and stuff. MTJ, yeah. I mean, every year there's always too many running backs. Like, that's really what it is. Like, every single year there's going to be more running backs. And even a guy like Boise State, Gianti or whatever, Genty, I kind of feel like he's going to end up being a flop in the NFL because people are going to be so hyped on him. And, like, he's not going in the first round. I don't think he's going in the first round. But if he doesn't get to a good situation, it's not going to be good for him, you know, like, unless he legit is Barry Sanders. And it doesn't matter how bad the offensive line is, but it's going to be with as many tackles as he's breaking in college. Like, it looks great, but it's like when you're getting tackled by like fucking featherweight DBs and shit, and they can't even, and they're doing nothing but arm tackling, you know, I can't take that seriously or think that that's going to be like the case when it comes to getting to the NFL. I hope I'm wrong about him because that kid looks special. And I think he whooped up on the let me go see, because I know they were playing against San Diego State somewhere recently. Dude, they got shit on by Boise. Let me see. And what Gianti do? 31 rushes for 149 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's so good, man. I wonder what his season stats are right now. Huh. 1,500. I feel like he's dropped a lot in the average, because I feel like at one point he was kind of on pace to like flirt with Barry's record, but is he not anymore? I don't think he is. I mean, they already played. They played 8 games already. He's got 1,500, and didn't he have to get to like 25 or 2,600? I mean, I guess if he rocks 300 yards in a game or whatever, that could, that could get him closer. But I feel like they're not workhorsing him like that. They let him take a lot of time off. Try to win down by 25 and have Mayfield left. So you're saying there's a chance.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah!
Okay, yeah, JJ, yeah, Connor and Kyler Murray. Oof. If there's a one player I heard might get traded if the Rams lost was Kyren, but who knows? I don't think so. Frizzo just a head coach for now with the Saints. Okay, no other cuts been made yet. Elias Etienne to Dallas would save me, man. For sure. For sure. Gianti should be in an A-chain role. I mean, we'll see, man. We'll see. Because it's all going to be about the scheme, man. Like, there are not too many teams that are scheming like the Dolphins are. I could see him doing well in Cincy or the Steel City just because their O-lines are pretty good. Well, Pittsburgh's O-line is bad. I don't know about Cincy necessarily. All right, here we go. Cheers, guys. Dab City coming. Quincy, start one. McMillan or Worthy. Worthy, I guess. Really don't want either one of them, but you got to do what you got to do. And Denzel said, would you pick up Tank, Johnston, or Robinson? I mean, you realize there's like multiple Robinsons that we could be talking about, right? Multiple Tanks. I'll say QJ. As it said, Jonte also had 31 yards in the first half, no Teddies. Okay. Most of the bad halves that he's had were ones where he didn't even play. Because in the beginning of the season, wasn't there like 2 or 3 games where he like balled the fuck out in the first half and had like 150 or 200 yards, and then they just like sat him for the second half. Jarrett, shout out to the Houdat Nation. What up? Need Baker, Otten, and Hunt to shit the bed tonight. I'm up 60 points. That's a lot, man. Especially when you're in the you got a lot of the default scoring stuff. And Zoo Crew, text me a square for tonight if there's any left. Yes, sir. Yeah, as of right now, we got a bunch left. I'm about to get off the show here in like 5 minutes, and then then we're gonna have a bunch of things going down. All right, there we go. Just sent. And Jason said, what's a square? So I do, like the Super Bowl squares where it's like the big grid, 100 numbers on there, and people are picking the numbers, and then the score determines who's the winner. So I do that for each of the primetime games every week. So Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night, and they're only $6.90. So, just a way to add some more fun to the game. There's 3 $80 winners. There's 4 $20 winners, and there's 1 $180 winner. So $6.90, and there's going to be 8 winners throughout the at least 8 squares are going to win. Well, I guess that's not always true. But yeah, pretty much there's going to be 8 winners. Sometimes people can double up on the square. It just depends on what the score is. MT said Jonty breaking Sanders' record. How much does he need? If anybody knows that, how much does he need to break his record? Because I swore they said Barry was what, 25 or 2,600? $26-28 and 37 touchdowns in 11 games. So, I mean, he would have to go crazy in these last couple games. He's only got 1,500 right now. So he needs more than 1,100 yards in 3 games. I mean, that's 366 per game. So if they make the bowl game, he's on pace. I mean, That, I mean, if it's more games, would he get? I mean, I guess it's really just the yards, right? I mean, it's based on the games, but more about the yards. Toker1J, what up? Happy Coach Firing Day in Nolans. There we go. I was wondering where you were going to come in. Let us know what the hell's going on over there. JJ, do you think it's time for me to drop Laporta? It's tough, man. Like, it just really sucks because I think he's one of those people that you have to just roll with. And it sucks, man. 5 points, dude. I mean, Gesicki, 25. Oliver, 19. Taysom Hill, 16. Thank you, Taysom. Bauer, 16. Ferguson, 14. Thank you, Ferguson. Theo Johnson, 14. Evan Ingram, 14. I thought Evan Ingram was going to suck. Volumed his way. Volumed his way into 14 points. Jatavion Sanders, man. Woo, you guys see that? 87 yards. 87 yards and 4 receptions. There you go. He had as many points as McBride. I know Big Bando said Ingram had 11 targets. That's what I said. He could volume his way into a fucking decent game in bad matchup because it was a really bad matchup for him. But yeah, it took the 10 targets. I mean, shit, he only got the 5 receptions. Like, that's why, like, that's how bad it was. 10 targets, only got 5 receptions. Bake said Otten's killing it. What up, Bakes? Hell yeah, Otten's been killing it. Got the pack now. It's time to wrap. Let's get it. MC, bro, there's games I watched just to stack the entire box since Adrian Peterson style. He's still getting yards. Boise State has an ass QB. Yeah, I mean, see, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I can't assume that that's going to happen in the NFL, especially when, I mean, you play at Boise State, you know, like, I mean, let's just keep it real. You know, they're not going up against guys. Like, how many, they just played San Diego State, right? How many guys are going to go in the NFL draft to San Diego State? Don't worry, I'll wait. Probably 0. Probably 0. How many guys from San Diego State will get signed as undrafted free agents in the NFL draft? Probably 0. You know, so that's what I'm saying. Like, that is the, I mean, see, and Oregon, okay, like, yeah, like, there's a good team, right? But, like, how many guys are going to make the pros from Oregon, like, are on their team, like, this year? 3, 4? And that's, like, high for, like, a team, you know? And, like, how many of those guys are going to be defenders? 1, 2, maybe? You know, it's, that's just what it is, man. Like, he's looking amazing in college, and I hope he wins the Heisman, but he's probably not going to win the Heisman because they play in a shitty conference, you know, or shitty division, whatever. Yeah, he's amazing, but it's, you know, that's why it needs to be like SEC should be like Division 1, then everyone else should be Division 2. That's really what it is. There's like too many, and get more teams in the SEC if that's, you know, and just expand that because, like, there's too much good talent in the SEC, and there's too many teams to where the talent ain't spreading around like that. Only, what is it? Only 1% of D1 college players make the pros, right? And I think it's even less than that are drafted. Shout out to Luis. He said, for appreciation, you deserve my first super chat. Nice, bro. It's much appreciated, man. And that's the first super chat on the stream today. Hell yeah. I appreciate you, bro. Always much appreciated. And PJ said, man, just turned into shit on San Diego State hours. Uh-oh. Will said he found it. Let's see. Hey, and notice how I answered. I didn't say you were wrong. I said we're all going to be chasing the puka shit. So I mean, I didn't say you were right or wrong necessarily, but I definitely didn't shit on that take. Because yeah, man, and yeah, you ended up being right. It did, you know. It's not because of injury like you thought, but yeah, I mean, hey, you were right nonetheless. But notice how I answered and I didn't shit on that take. Jason said, rip it a bowl in honor of Alex. Let him cook. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys. And Tucker 1J said RZA named as the intern head coach. And Jay, Tucker 1J, how do you think the play calling is going to be affected now? How do you think the play calling is going to be affected? And Big Bando said about time they used Addison a bit. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Addison's the man. Carlos Morning Bro said, I think it's time to trade DJ Moore. It's going to be hard. It is going to be hard. Johnny said the most famous San Diego State player in the NFL are Daniel Bellinger, Kazee, and Segun Alubi. Yeah, and who was the guy? Rashad Penny, former first-round pick from San Diego State, bust. But one of the best running backs of all time has come out of San Diego State. And I might be a little bit biased when saying this is one of the best running backs of all time. How about that? But let's see if anybody knows without me giving another hint first. Who is the best player to ever come out of San Diego State? And it's a running back, and it's not even close. And PJ got it right there. Marshall Faulk. Yes. Yes, Marshall Faulk. And it was because he wasn't going to be, he went there because he wasn't going to be a starter wherever else. I can't remember the two other schools that he was like considering over San Diego State. And he said that he wasn't going to be a full-blown starter like right away or something like that. So he went to San Diego State and then just dominated. But Johnny was saying who play in the league like right now. Like that's who he's talking about, like right now. Yeah. KP said he's an asshole. I mean, you know, most I'm sure most athletes are, you know. I just assume that they're going to be assholes versus nice guys. You just got to assume that. And then if they are nice guys, you know. Johnny said, Penny won me a championship. Penny won me a championship. As much as I hated on him, Penny won me a championship. And anybody who listened to me about Penny won a championship because of him as well. So, you know, yeah. Penny got it for us. That's all that matters. He got it for us. And Tucker Jay don't know, but it can't get any worse. Kind of my thoughts as well. Couldn't get. I think that's literally what I said. Doesn't even matter who the play caller is. It can't get worse than what it's been. And Toyota One said, "Dang, saw Sanders stats his first 2 years in college, and shit. Then bam, killed it like crazy. Yeah." Culinary dropout, what up? Said, how about everyone stop drafting tight ends in the first 5 rounds? Well, I feel like for the longest time, we were very consistent with a handful of guys who were at the top, and they were worth picking there. I mean, we could go back to the Gronks and the Jason Wittens and the fucking Jimmy Grahams, the Rob Gronkowskis, you know, of the world. And Kelsey's been that for the longest time. I mean, but, you know, guys like Laporta. I mean, I did not want to draft Laporta at all because, like, we only saw him do it for 1 year. A lot of tape on him now and all that. And, yeah, I mean, definitely not producing. A lot of different things going on. Ron, what up, Ron? If I didn't shout you out. He said, DeMarcus Robinson, the real deal. No, I don't think he's the real deal. But I do think as long as Cup is out there and or Puka, that he's going to be like wide open. And so he could luck his way into some greasy touchdowns as we've been seeing. And Zucker saw him at the Togos in Mission Valley, wasn't fan voting. fanboying, I'm assuming. He said, but was mine and a big fan. He said he didn't care, just trying to give him respect, but who knows, maybe a bad day. Yeah, I mean, you never know. You never know. And it sucks, man, because like he could be like an amazing person, an amazing guy, but in the 10-second interaction that you had with him, and I'm sure it's longer than 10 seconds, just exaggerating, it was like you got this one idea of what he was. And I feel like shit, Keenan Allen, he's that way for me. I don't like Keenan Allen personally at all because of the one time that I met him. Trey Parker, hate him. Yeah, there's a few, man, for sure. And what Carl say? UCLA and USC. I guess I forgot what we were talking about. Would you trade Chubb and Leggett for DJ Moore? Don't do it, Big Bando. Don't do it. MT, I'm done with tight ends forever. Man, see what sucks is being done for tight ends forever means you just have to stream tight ends, which means you're going to be more active with tight ends every week. So that's the thing that sucks is if you avoid those top tight ends, I mean, you got to hit right. That's what it's all about, though. That's literally everything in fantasy, though. Literally everything in fantasy. You got to hit. We got to hit. Like, that's what it is. We only get so many draft picks. We got to hit. Smokey the Cat said, what up? Who scores a TD today? Kelsey. I'll give one on each side. I'll go Kelsey and Shad White. What up, Sea Wolves? And PJ Davenport had like 100 catches last year, and the offense is the same thing. No idea why it shifted so much. Hard to predict that. Well, it's because if the offense doesn't evolve, it's easier for the defense to defend. And like, I don't know if they're doing anything different with Laporta this year than last year, but I know that Laporta is getting double teamed a lot. And like, of course, if you're getting double teamed, it just makes it a lot easier to throw to the other person who's not getting double teamed, whoever that is. Culinary dropout this year. I drafted Hawkinson in the 12th round, Ertz in the 14th round, 12-teamer. Yeah, I mean, but it's not like Ertz did you in good every week, and Hawkinson just came back, and I don't even think he did good, right? Like if you would have said, let's see, let's go look for the season. Like if you would have said, I picked up Tucker Kraft in the third week and been playing him every week ever since, that'd be money because that's free. Literally since week 3. I mean, he's had 3 single-digit games, but he's had 4 boom games for a tight end for someone free. If you would have said I drafted Brock Bowers in the 10th or 11th round, I'd give it to you. You know, Zach Ertz, though, yeah, I mean, he's been all right. But, yeah, you got him for free, damn near, right? So, still money in the bank. But, I mean, Zach Ertz, 1, 2, 3, 4 double-digit games. And he's had 5 single-digit games. Most like you said before, Alex, wide receiver 3s are wide receiver 3s for a reason. Look at what Robinson did as a wide receiver 1. Those 2 guys are out. Nothing. He's nothing without Cooper and Puka. At least one of them, right? He's got to at least have one of them out there to where defenses aren't like focusing in on him. Defenses aren't focusing in on him. He'll get a wide open touchdown. Like he's got 2 wide open touchdowns, right? What does he have? 3 touchdowns in the last 2 weeks? All wide open, just wide open. No one even messing with them. Luis said, I have Kittle and Bowers. Yeah, see, Kittle's the guy that you could have got in the 7th or 8th round and killing it. I mean, he had his bye already, and he's like damn near number 1 in points, you know? And says hard to get rid and trade and upgrade wide receiver running backs. My league mates suck. I've even tried to package deal Connor and Bowers for JT. Nope. I mean, it all depends. If it's a 10-team league, very hard to trade in. And I feel like a lot of people try to trade for like specific players versus like trying to like find a manager who like needs to trade with someone. Culinary dropout last 2 years. You've been on this draft Kelsey and Laporta. Well, no. I mean, I never said draft Laporta high. I've always said that I've hated Laporta. I mean, this year I changed and he was in my top 3. But Kelsey, yes, I've been saying that for the last couple years. And there's a huge drop off after that. There is a huge drop off after that. Value wise, because that's what it's all about. It's not how they're going to do, it's value wise, because you can always trade guys based on value. Because nobody knows what anybody's going to do. That's why we love fantasy football. And Ron said, when was the last time you smoked a blunt, good sir? It's been a while. Yeah, been a while. That's for sure. Hemp wrap, joint, you know, more recently. Carl said Marshall Falk colleges where he wouldn't be the clear-cut number 1. Oh, yeah. Thank you, sir. That's what it was. Yeah, UCLA and USC. So you just go south to San Diego State and you ball out. Johnny said Trey Parker was being a total bitch when I met him. I made him laugh and then he treated me like a human. Yeah. Fuck Trey Parker. Matt Stone's cool, but fuck Trey Parker. And Bake said I met Rome when he was touring with the Dirty Heads and he left Sublime. Fuck that guy, stuck up motherfucker. Man, see, like, that's what I don't get. Like, I mean, I don't know. I guess we're just normal folk, right? Like, that's just all that it is. We're just normal folk. Carl Weed does that too. Guess I forgot what we were talking about. Well, yeah, because you just said USC and UCLA. I couldn't remember what that was about. And Big Bando trade Hopkins. And it's because I think you're on my Alex Marino channel. And so like you're just doing like, I mean, everything's like so clear cut to you. But because the other channel, that's where everybody's like commenting from. So there's all those different comments in between. Big Bando trade Hopkins and Bigsby, DJ Moore, and Chase Brown. I mean, I like that a little bit more, I guess, but I don't know. I also don't like doing the 2-for-2 trades like that. Why are you trying to make a trade? What's your record? You trying to upgrade somewhere? Because either way, it's not much of an upgrade. Ron said K. Dotton scores. He probably will. MT, but what's the difference between K. Dotton, Hunter Henry, etc.? Well, K. Dotton wasn't good to start the season. He's been way better now since everybody got hurt. Hunter Henry, I mean, Hunter Henry was one of the guys that I say you should draft late. And guess what? He had like 2 good games or 1 good game and then screwed us. So I just feel better about putting Kelsey in there. I feel better about putting a guy like Kittle in there. Like Kittle was the guy who I had the biggest stance on out of everybody. Kelsey's 1 and 2 in everybody's book. I had him at number 1. Laporta's 1 and 2 in everybody's book. I had him at number 2. Kittle was like number 8, 9, and 10 in most people's rankings. I had him at number 3. So like the stance that I actually made was on Kittle, and I was 100% right on it. And I got Kittle in a shitload of leagues. And JJ, the season Laporta has been very solid when he gets past the ball. Yeah, they're just not passing him the fucking ball, dude. T-Hop 2 TDs. There we go. Carl said next year someone's still going to take Kelsey in the 2nd round, Laporta in the 4th. Yeah, because you guys keep playing with tight ends in your league. Don't want that to happen? Remove the tight end spot. Turn it into a flex. Then you won't see people get drafted that high. It's the exact same reason that running backs are drafted that high. Because of position scarcity. If you only had to start 1 running back, people wouldn't go that crazy for running backs. It's just how it is. There's only so many tight ends to go around. Johnny said, nice celebrity I ever met was the Broken Lizard guy, Super Troopers. Okay, nice. So they came to my pizza shop after a show in Boulder, and Rabbit and you boys, like Mexico, hung out. Nice. Super cool, man. Rabbit. Rodent. It's Rabbit. And Colin Andrea dropped Ertz for Parkinson after Puka. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know, like, if you're streaming tight ends, cool. That's like an option that like you make. It's probably easier to stream a tight end weekly and get your 10 points than it is to draft a tight end that's going to get 10 points. Because guess what? Even Bowers through, I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks, like there was like no tight end that had 8 points in every single week. This is why in all of the leagues that I commission, I've removed the tight end position and it is a flex position, and we have tight end premium scoring. Hunt Kelsey Otten scores at least 3 TDs for Mayfield. There you go. Ron said, how you feel about Brees rest of the season? I like his schedule, but very nervous. Very nervous. But now Kittle's going to be like a 4th or 5th rounder next year. I mean, I don't know. Like maybe, like he did decent last year. If he gets hurt at the end of the year, no, he won't be. Ron said Coker should have scored that TD yesterday. Yeah, I mean, there was a bunch that got called back that was just like dumb. Bake said jumped over to help with the watch times. Get this channel monetized to you, the man. We're almost up to 200 subs over there. And Toyota 1, Kittle and Fergie for tight end hasn't been too bad. Well, yeah, but Fergie still had his down weeks though. Because like it's funny, as much as like everybody's hating on Kyle Pitts, he is the number 5 tight end right now. Yeah, Ferguson, he's way down there. Oh yeah, he missed the game. Yeah, and he's had 3 single-digit games, and he's had his bye week. I'm glad he did good this week, because I told a bunch of people to start him. Culinary, the point is tight ends weren't important because had the other early round picks not picking up. Yeah, I mean, everyone has different strategies, and if you win a championship because of that strategy, props. Because there's going to be people who drafted Kittle who are probably going to win a championship. You know, so it's like that's what's cool about fantasy football. Everybody can have a different strategy, and depending on how you work the waiver wires and trades you make, you could win. The draft just sets the tone for your team. Like, there's going to be like, unless you have like no injuries, your team's going to be like half different if like you make it to the championship. PJ said maybe a little trend is to avoid 2 tight ends, no matter how good they are, like Laporta, Kincaid. Yeah, I mean, everybody, like sophomore slumps are real for every position. MT Kittle was more lucky with injuries to San Fran. I mean, shit, he's been hurt this year and he's still doing good. That's what's crazy, man. Like, how many games has Kittle missed? 2? No, I guess just the 1. But Kittle has only had one game without 10 points. 2 if you consider the week that he didn't play. Yep, Bake said you went on the waiver wire. Fuck yeah, you do, because there's so many guys who come up that are not drafted, or maybe they were drafted and dropped, you know, because people can't wait on rookies. But yeah, I mean, the draft just sets the foundation, man. Yeah, waiver wires and all that, like that's really what it's all about. And Corey, what up? Jesse, what up? Johnny said I copied Huss and made the flex in my paid leagues, a tight end to flex in my paid leagues, and everybody loves it. Yeah, because now you're not forced to start some shitty tight end every week. Like, not everybody has a good tight end every week, and then making it, I don't know if you did the tight end premium, you know, but like that makes it a little bit better where some of these shitty tight ends have a little bit more value. Big Bando said 4 and 5 now. I don't need to include Bigsby, but figured Hopkins for DJ Moore. Nah, man. That trade's going to hurt you more than it's going to help you. Just go after someone better than DJ Moore. Frizzo Payton said S10 is going to get a workload increase moving forward. Let's see. And Corey said, what's the latest? Well, we're just going through some of the what's it called? The top players on the week. We'll get more injury news and stuff over the next couple days. PJ said, fuck that. I went with Lamar and Kamara and Kittle. And MT Sam saying Brock Purdy only has Kittle to throw to because everyone else is injured. I mean, yeah, you could say that, but defenses can also key in on Kittle if he's the only one out there, because, you know, we see that with Kelsey. Goes both ways. Who? Crispy, who are you talking about? But yeah, Kittle's always been good, no matter what. Dang it. Corey said I dropped JSN. He said, hopefully I can get him back. Fuck. Man, and that's that one, that 3 bench spot league. Man, that would be too stressful for me. Like, I won't even play in leagues with like 5 bench spots anymore. Like, it's got to be more because like those leagues get way too stressful. Ryan says it's time to ship off Kareem Hunt. What's the deal? I mean, it depends on what you could ship him off for. Because they said, I mean, Pacheco's not going to be back for like a couple weeks still. Pacheco might literally be back for a playoff run. And who knows? Who knows that's going to be the case. Ron says sell extremely high on Kamara. I mean, depends what you can get and like who would your running backs be, like type thing. But just because they fired the coach, I don't think that means we got to sell high on Kamara. PJ said Hustler's driving the JSN sucks train. Last year I was, not this year. I mean, last year he even came on a little bit at the end, and I was recommending to start him. No, it was more just like everybody sucks without DK. And this is the first game without DK that Gino didn't suck. I don't know what it was. And Johnny said, did a tight end premium in my Superflex IDP dynasty. I'm in first with 0 tight ends on my team. The second place team flexes all tight ends. I like the freedom it gives you to build the team to your liking. Definitely, because like I'm a fan of like it being so free that multiple strategies can win. Like if you don't have a good tight end and you have a tight end spot that you start, you're not going to win. Like, I mean, it's very, very unlikely that you're going to win. And it sucks because it shouldn't be like that. And Ryan said, I'm 7-1-1. I don't need to do anything but trying to get the best roster possible for the playoffs. Right. But don't get cute with, I mean, there's some people who try to get cute with like the players that they try to get, like, you know, because they have a really good playoff schedule, but then the schedule leading up to it is just like straight garbage, you know, like don't get super cute and trade away like studs just for people who have good playoff schedules. Because I think you can survive with Fergie and I think I can survive with Fergie and get rid of Otten. Dude, it's about to get real bad for Ferguson over these next 4 weeks. If I have Ferguson, I'm not getting rid of him. I'm going to house 2 tight ends. And then week 10 through week 13, I'm going to play someone else. But then week 14 through 16, you are rocking Fergie because the matchups are insane, especially weeks 15 and 16. Buy low on DJ Moore. Don't mess with it. Nah, don't mess with DJ Moore. And Wilson, Alex, I was looking at your clip. I was watching in double speed. I don't think you picked JSN. No, I didn't pick him in any of the start sit questions this week. It wasn't really a good matchup. And then without DK, in my eyes, it was going to get a lot worse. And yeah, JSN prevailed. Big Band, I think part of it is I want to move Hopkins because I have Kelsey. I hate relying on him. Yeah. I feel it. Just said, would you drop ETN or Waddle for Davis or Guarendo? I don't know, man. It's tough to make that call. It's tough to make that call because I'd like almost want to do a 2-for-1 trade somehow. Like not like those 2 guys specifically, but trading any 2 players that you have to create 1 roster spot. Because I feel like the Raiders need to trade Minshew back to the Colts before he's worthless. Minshew, I mean, sorry to break it to you, man, but Minshew is worthless in the NFL right now for the Raiders. Because why would anybody trade for him? Like, why would the Colts trade for him? Like, that'd be such a stupid trade. No one's trading for Gardner. Once I got Dak, looks like he's gonna be out for a couple weeks. Man, we'll see, man. I don't know. I don't want to speculate early. Also, I'll go with Bucky Irving and Kareem Hunt touchdowns tonight. Nice. I'm hoping so. I have Bucky going in a couple leagues, and I'm hoping he gets a greasy touchdown, a greasy receiving touchdown as well. And Millie Mills, what up? What up? Cut back with 11 catches yesterday. Had me on the edge. I hope this motherfucker don't get up limping. I believe it. I believe it. And what up, Justin on Facebook? He said, I need Kelsey to score 2 TDs tonight to win both my leagues. Let's get it. All right. I got to all right, we're gonna smoke this bowl and then I'm gonna get up out of here. Don't forget fantasyfootballhustler.com. You can go follow me on all the social media by getting to that site. That's my link website. And then 420crew.com. Go join the crew if you guys are not there yet. And you can join for free. You can join as a paid member. I recommend joining as a paid member. But, you know, we're trying to build up as many members as we could get over there, whether it's free or paid. But I have no corporate sponsorship. So you getting over there helps keeps the lights on for sure. And then 420crewmerch.com. And don't forget, this Friday, I'm going to be in LA. So I might be doing some live streaming on the go. Not really sure how that's going to work. I'm going to be getting some content just around town. Some different shit. Check out some different spots. Maybe go into a dispo or two. Gonna check out the wafers and the drip crew as well. Shout out to Mike, you the man. Salute to everybody watching right now. Salute to the 420 crew. Woo! And I will more than likely see you for Monday Night Football. Peace out, everybody.
Defense on me.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans.
Here comes the